Using ARI implementation of stacks, create a console program that does the following. Display the following menu. First, add notebook. Second, check notebook. Third, pick at notebook. Fourth, check all. 5, exit. When the user chooses one, the user will be prompted to enter the name of the notebook's owner. When the user chooses 2, a message names notebook is being checked. The notebook is then popped from the stack. Choosing 3 would display the name of the person who owns the notebook at the top of the stack. Check 4. Check all would check all the notebook and make the stack null. Keep displaying the menu until the user chooses 5. Regarding to that instruction, here is the program that we made array implementing in stacks. As you can see, we import tkinter. We also import time. In the next line are personal info with date, section, and the description of the program. In the next line, we create class named 1 and we equate initialized value to empty list. The next function is add, wherein it appends the name of the user input in the empty list. This line is composed of function check, wherein it outputs the last name in the list and it also removes it from the list. Here we have our condition wherein we have our condition that the program will test if the list is empty. If the list is empty, it will output the list is empty. And the next condition wherein the program will pop the last item in the list and output it. Next function is pick. Pick is used in the program when the user wants to look at the last name in the list. Here we have another condition. The fourth function is check all. This function contains condition in the second and the third function. The last function is quit, wherein it will exit the GUI application. This part is the codes to execute GUI application, but I will not discuss this because we will proceed to the output of the program. This is the GUI of our program, and let's see if our program satisfies the instruction. I will input my name. Then let's see if it will add to the stack. And let's add my surname. To see if we'll add again in the stack. I will check the notebook. Then let's see if it will check. As you can see, there are delay because we import time which is 3 seconds. And if I will choose to pick at notebook, in first inputted must be print. And if I will click check all, it will print check notebook. Then if I will click the X, it will close the GUI. There you have it, implementing array in stacks. Next instruction is using the linked list implementation of queues, create a console program that does the following. Display the following menu. First, sign up for doctor's consultation. Second, enter room. Third, begin a consultation. Fourth, closing time. Fifth, exit. When the user chooses one, the user will be asked to give the name of the person consulting. The user is also the nature of the concern. The person is then enqueued in the list. When the user chooses 2, The name of the person in front of the queue is displayed on the screen. The person, however, is not removed from the list. When the user chooses 3, the name of the person is displayed on the screen along with the nature of concern. After that, the person is removed from the list. Choosing 4 would free up the whole queue. Keep displaying the menu until the user chooses 5. Here is the program we made for linked list implementing in queue. As you can see, we import again tkinter. Also, we import time. Then our personal information. Then we create class named node. And inside this node, and inside this class, we declared an initialized value. Then we create another class named queue. Then inside this class, we set first and last to none. Then function named sign. This function is to add data in queue. Then we use that get for our GUI purposes. Our first condition is to identify if our queue has no data, and our second condition is to verify if the data is accepted. Next function, room. This function is to display the first person in queue. And if there's no person in queue, it will output no patient. Function consultation. To display the concern and name of the patient and also removing it from queue. Also, when it has no patient, it will print no patient. And if it will have data, it will print name together with the concern using this condition. Next, function close. This is to reset the queue, and lastly, function exit to quit in the GUI application. Here is the source code for GUI execution, but I will skip this and proceed to the output. This is the GUI representation of our program. First, I will input my name, also together with my concern. Let's see if the input will be accepted. Let's try to input again. Then let's see if it will be accepted. If I will click enter room, the first inputted name will be print. Then when I will click begin consultation, the first inputted name together with the consent will be print. This data is deleted. Then when I will click enter room, the second name to the queue will print. Then when I will click begin consultation, the second name and the concern to the queue will be print. When I will click enter room again, it will print no patient because there is no more data, and when I will click closing the queue, it will reset to the exit. It will reset the queue, and when I will click exit button, that's the it will the GUI will be quit, and that's it. Implementing linked list in queue.